all balsam and cedar. I'll have to look it up and see if I can get some more. What's going on, everybody? Just give it a little bit of time for people to start coming in. Don't need that. I gotta find my little stove. I gotta write that down, write that note down. What can I write it down on? Suppose I could write it down in there. Need a piece of paper. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Wow, I cut too many pieces of paper. That's good though. Just needed one. What's going on, everybody? Gotta write myself a little note to get out one of my stoves here. There we go. We don't forget. Actually, up in 3 days short. How's everybody doing tonight? Just giving it a few minutes so some of my subscribers will come in. Guess I can sharpen that one too. What's going on, Katrina? How you doing? GMA, how you doing? Pumpkin Pie. Hey, good to see you guys again. What are you guys up to? How you guys doing tonight? Oh, yeah, I got this. Oh, don't drop it. No. Everything comes tumbling down. How you doing, Matthew? How's everybody doing tonight? Thank goodness it's going to be Friday tomorrow. I'm about done with this week already. I gotta get out in the woods and do some stuff. Just got home. Right on, guys. Hey, hit that like button when you guys come in, so you guys want to help support the channel. I do appreciate it, guys. I had to replace one of my my back deals for my stove. I kind of melted it one weekend when I was doing a cook, making tacos. Not bad. I don't got school tomorrow. Right on. Yeah, one more day a week, or one more day of work, and then I'll be heading out to a new spot. Gonna be setting up a new tent. It's supposed to be raining this weekend too, but I'm not gonna let that stop me from getting out in the Ozarks. Good to see everybody coming in. Probably not. No, I usually do it solo. Now, if I bring the other camper and make plans for everybody to go, then yeah, she'll come out. But most of the time, no, I'm just out there solo. Except for I will have one of my pups with me. Most likely Bruiser, unless I break down and take them both. All I got to do is look at Bodie's face, and I'm like, all right, fine, you're going. But I got to get Bruiser out to the place where I'm going. Just because he's just the right protection, the right type of protection that I might need. He's a little less fearful of things out there in the woods. So. Yeah, if I do, I'm gonna have to go pick up another crate. That way he can ride comfortably as well. But yeah, I've been dying to get this hot tent out and set it up, and I've got a great place picked out, a great spot picked out. So. But I was going through my gear, and I actually misplaced one of my breakdown stoves. So I gotta go in there and find it. Gotta go locate wherever it's at, so I can take that with me in case it gets a little cold. When it rains here, it gets a little cooler at night. So I thought instead of bringing the more heavy duty wood stove, I was gonna grab this titanium one that I have. That's a thinner one, and it comes apart. And it's easier to load because I won't be in the blue camper or mini cabin this weekend, so I'll be doing some other stuff. So probably leave that at home and grab the other stuff. How you doing, Mold? Yeah, good evening to you too. How you doing tonight? Kylie, how you doing? Good to see everybody coming in. Go for it. As long as it doesn't have to do with your age, go for it. Don't fall. Quite well. I hope you're having a Hey, you too. Same with you, Mold. Hope you're taking it easy out there. How you doing, Vanna? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm just glad it's Friday tomorrow. Oh, this has been a long week. No, don't need that. Get out of here. It says, what do I do when my boyfriend's cheating on me? You'll find yourself a different boyfriend. There's too many guys out there that won't cheat on a pretty girl, so he won't cheat on his girl no matter what. That's right. You leave him. You leave him and you find yourself a better man. Sounds like she's not your best friend. Oh. Yeah, it's hard to say anymore whether a best friend is actually legit these days. Yep, definitely good advice. Yeah, because a best friend wouldn't do that to you either. Let him call. That's right. Listen to Mold. He knows what he's talking about. What's all these things here? No, I don't need that. I do gotta search for a new memory card too. I have run out of space on my memory card. I almost forgot about that. I gotta get another one coming here. Okay, that one's out good. Yep. Don't do it. Okay, good. This has got plenty of space. That will work. You guys got any plans for this weekend? Who's that? Who's got a bunch of cool stuff? Hey, you want to see something cool? I just got this. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I like the way this is shaped also. This type of knife. Pretty cool stuff. Don't go in the woods without one. Isn't that nice? And it is razor sharp. These are such nice knives. That's right. He came to my house. Uh-oh. Not good. Oh, let's see if I can get this one. You guys do any knife throwing? With like daggers or anything? This is a pretty nice little dagger. Pretty sweet little dagger. Little wood grain handle. Oops. Yeah, I got a lot of cool stuff that I'll be showing you guys. Um, Especially some really cool tents I've got now. Some really sweet. I mean, I can't wait to get this weekend going and get set up. I was even thinking about, I don't know if I was going to call off or use another vacation day to get started a little bit earlier. Yeah, I've got tons of little throwing knives and little daggers. This one's metal. It steel goes all the way through, so they don't break when you hit a tree. Got to have these steel ones. This is pretty cool. It's all cold steel. Comes with a pretty cool sheath. I always tie a little line on the back of them. Sometimes it's easier to carry them if I've got a lot of stuff in my hands. And then I can easily pull, um, grab a hold of it and not drop it. Sometimes I'll drop it, but this is usually the knife that I use for cutting up my wood when I'm out cutting firewood, because it's got the metal all the way through the handle, and it can take a nice beating on top of here because it's a little bit thicker. So it splits wood really nice, but it's another one. But I like the knives that actually have a steel. It's all steel all the way through. So that's pretty cool. I also have some different type of ends on it right here with the knife with the sharp part, different shapes and stuff. So just dumped him, and he made fun of my weight, and I'm crying because my boyfriend is laughing at me. Who cares? Dump them all. Who cares? Join a different crowd. What was that one right there? Okay, that black one has to be my favorite. Which one? This little? You talking about this one? It's only got one sharp side, but I'm gonna actually take it and sharpen this. This side all they started, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off like this one is, razor sharp. Yeah, it's all metal except for this. I believe this is composite plastic part right here, but it's metal all the way through. Got a little eyelet at the end. See if I can find that other one. I got a bunch of them. Been collecting for a long time, but nope, I must have it. I must have it in my other gear. Got a couple of these though. I got a black one too. That's a sweet knife. Very, very sharp knife. Oh, that one's the same as the other one, just a different color. They're good for splitting wood though. When you're out camping and you cut some firewood up or you sawed some firewood up, this will split the wood really good, really well. So otherwise, I got a skinning knife for hide, skin and hide. My buddy made me a real nice one. I'll have to find that one day and show you guys. It's handmade. How you doing, Steve? Thanks for joining my live stream, everybody. Yes, but now the last one got my attention. One after another, they're all grabbing my right on. Yeah, I've got a lot more, but they're out in the blue trailer. I've been experimenting with all these knives, seeing which ones work the best out there, but I will make a note to grab them and bring them inside so I can show you guys. Got a couple other funny looking ones that I just got. Yes, he does. Now, I don't know if I really like these ones because they've got a curved blade on them. But they're also steel all the way through. I never really liked the ones with the curve, but I thought they were pretty cool. I just thought I'd get a couple of them. Try them out. Try them out on some of my adventures out there. But I really like these other ones that I can chop my wood with. I've got a silky saw that I cut, branches and stuff with, but I usually need to split them and so I can fit them in my little wood stove. So these knives really come in handy. All right, hey, hopefully you'll come back, Mold. Good to see you tonight. You have a great one too. Thank you, thank you. Well, there's definitely going to be more, so hopefully you'll join them all if you can. How you doing, fighting? Hello, my name is Nagur. Nice to meet you. Subbed and liked. Hey, right on. Hey, thank you for doing that. I do appreciate you. Check out my channel when you got some extra time on your hands. Good to see everybody in here tonight. I am a little bit late, but late, better late than never, right? What's up, Steve? Hey, Nick, how you doing? Bro, Mom said you need to log off and come to dining. Food is getting cold. Right on. Yeah, I just actually did have dinner. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How you doing, Arthur? Thanks for joining my live stream. What are you guys up to tonight? We're just looking at knives, looking at daggers, looking at all kinds of cool stuff. Just showing some subscribers and viewers, but just getting ready for another outdoor adventure for this weekend. Going to a completely different place this weekend, setting up a hot tent up in the woods. Instead of down in the woods, it's actually up in the woods. That'd be a pretty cool place though. Yeah, he is coming back. We just don't know when. Arthur says hi. Is it Palomino? Good to see everybody, though. Thanks for joining my live stream. If you got to go, I appreciate you guys spending the time to be here, and hopefully you'll come back. We'll be on for a little bit tonight. It's only 5:30 Missouri time. But it is good to see everybody, and I appreciate all the support you guys do for the channel. I cannot wait to get out tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be in front of the storm this time and get all set up before the storm hits, and get my awnings up so I can do some cooking under the awnings if it does rain. We get some pretty gnarly, nasty weather out there when the storms kick up, and especially where I'm going to be going. I'll be a little closer to the clouds this weekend. Usually I'm down in the Ozarks, a little bit deeper down in there, but this time I'm actually going to be up a little bit higher. So definitely going to try a live stream, so I hope you guys will join me during that time. It'll be Saturday, probably Friday night, and then there it is. And then Saturday I'll be out there. Where did you just now fall? But definitely love to see everybody out there. I'll have to look for it in a minute. Hey, MR Manager, how you doing? Christ is the one and only Savior in the world. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining my live stream tonight. Where did that go? Looking for the tip to my knife to cover. Oh well. I'll have to look for it later. What are you guys up to tonight? How you guys doing? Boy, that thing is sharp. I need that tip. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so we got a pretty cool adventure planned for this weekend. I was going to try to get a head start Friday, but I got to head to work Friday, and then after work I'll be heading out. And then trying to go live. Do a live stream out there. Nothing, just chilling. Right on. Says Steve. Right on, Steve. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need this. This is Gerber, huh? How come that one don't? Yeah, that's weird. Guys, got any plans for this weekend? called? Purple Dragon. When I look for knives, that's the shape I'm looking for. Where they cut like this. These are real nice. I like that. I like that style knife for my adventures. I always carry one on me. These are pretty cool little release clips on them. I'm going to be trying out a new hot tent this weekend. I haven't even taken it out of the package yet, or the bag. It comes with the case. It comes with a custom case. Water park with the adopted grandkids. Cool, right on. Must be having some pretty good weather this weekend. Which water park? It's been so many years since I've been to a water park. I think we've got a few out here, but I haven't been to them yet. Do I prefer a tent or an RV? An RV. Yeah, definitely. It's safe in an RV, but you know what? I do like to get out and do tents also. I got a lot of cool tents, like hot tents, yurts, and that kind of stuff. Um, if you've seen one of my videos, one of my recent videos has a blow up hot tent that I like to use now. That's pretty cool. So, but as far as like bear safe, definitely the RV. But most time I don't worry about it, so I'll grab whatever I need to. Yeah, it's hot. Um, but you know what a hot tent is, don't you? Yeah. You know what a hot tent is, though, right? Yeah. Yeah, I know who you are. Out there in Wisconsin. Wisconsin. How's the fam doing? I'm actually surprised that Matt hasn't joined any of my live streams. I know he knows about my channel, but he's never joined a live stream yet. So I'm kind of surprised, but I think one of these times he'll catch on and jump on. Yeah, yeah, he knows about my YouTube channel. He knows. I don't know if he probably knows that I go live because I know he checks my channel out every once in a while, but he's kind of in and out. Like might hear from him once or twice in a year. Who keeps doing that? What is that? Email. I don't need that. But it's all good. He always been in and out. Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, I need to find a pine forest. All we have out here is a bunch of oaks and maple trees and acorn trees. I need to find me a pine wood forest, a pine tree forest. I sent my youngest son Hunter your channel. Oh, did he subscribe? Right on. I'm glad you did that. Thank you for doing that. He'll probably enjoy it. He likes the outdoors, don't he? Yeah, check on that. See if he has. If not, tell him to hurry up. What's he waiting for? Yeah, tell him to get on my lives every once in a while. Check it out. Have him check it out. We just talk and hang out and discuss things like upcoming adventures and trips and stuff. And so, and just kind of like talk about a lot of things, what we do and stuff like that. So he'll probably enjoy it. But yeah, definitely tell him to subscribe if he hasn't yet. Yeah. Definitely. Cannot wait till tomorrow. Supposed to have some thunderstorms, lightning storms, but it's not going to stop me from getting out and setting up those tents. So I just got to be a little more careful because I'll be up higher than I normally am. But at least the trees are still really, really big around me where I'm going. So, yeah. Yeah, tell him also check out my previous lives, and if he wants to see what they're about and stuff, just most of the time we're just kind of hanging out. I'm gonna have Bruiser with me though this weekend. He's a little more protective. Bodie's pretty good too, but he's not as I don't know. He's just not. I don't want to take them both because I got to train them separate. And I took them both once, and it was quite difficult to train Bruiser when Bodie already he's pretty good trained, and I mean he's still going through it. But I want to get Bruiser out there and train him so that he's a little bit better. So I'll probably have my pit bull with me this weekend. He's a good dog though. He's definitely a good dog. What did I do? Oh, excuse me. What did I do with my other knives? I know I've got them in the trailer. But yeah, I don't know exactly when I'll be heading out tomorrow, but I get off early enough that I'll be able to go through all my gear. I should have been doing it tonight, but I'm so tired. I just figured I'd put it off till the last second. I'm going to make a list, though, and make sure I don't leave anything behind. That's definitely what I've got to do, is get that list going. Because I hate leaving things behind, even if it's cooking utensils and certain type of flashlight, certain knife, certain um, I mean, just anything, leaving anything behind. It just my drone. I've been out on so many of my trips that I've completely forgot my drone at home, and was like, "Where's my drone? Dadgum, I can't get any aerial footage now." And it just, I've been to some really cool places that I really needed to have my drone. So I make sure I make a good list before I head out and check everything off so I don't leave anything behind, and then rack my brain over and over to make sure I know what I'm going to take with me. Because there's a lot that I that takes to do these adventures. I am GMA Pumpkin Pie, I guess. Hey, how you doing? G-Man, how you doing? Check out my channel if you haven't yet. I'm her son. Oh, cool. Right on, yeah. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Right on. Yeah, we do a lot of outdoor stuff. Fishing and camping and hot tents and off-grid camping trailers. And I built my own trailers, and so I've got a whole bunch of stuff in there. But yeah, in some of my videos, it shows the inside. It's all off-grid, solar powered, and LED lights and outside spotlights. A lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, a lot of fishing, and we're going to be doing some night stuff with some green lights and just looking for some stuff. My brother's coming out, so he usually goes with me on my night excursions and helps me film stuff so every once in a while. So hopefully I'll be able to hand him a GoPro this weekend and get some extra footage in the night in the woods, because he's not afraid of being out in the woods with me, and that's what I like, because you never know what's out in those woods, especially in the Ozarks. Where I'm going, it's yeah, I've got to have my dog with me, otherwise I won't. I'll just stay by the camp unless I'm getting firewood and stuff. Which one? Bruiser, the pit bull. He's a mix, and so he's not quite all 100% purebred pit bull, but he's got another dog, another breed that's in his blood, that he looks a little bit different. It looks like he has the eyes of a lion. If you check out some of my videos with him in it, he is a gorgeous dog, but very protective of me, and that's what I like. I was it's the funniest thing. I was kind of start shopping around for dogs, and I wanted to get a German Shepherd really bad, and I came across these ones, and this little Rottweiler mix and a Pit Bull mix they turned out to be perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. Looking for a black stone. What's that? You, you talking a black stone like a Apache tear? What are you talking about for cooking? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Um, a lot of the cooking, I don't cook on a stone, but I cook on. Sometimes I'll cook on these really cool. They're like a cast iron, really thin. Um, it's like I wish I had one with me. It's like a pan, maybe the Chinese people would use, or indigenous people. It's really thin metal. It's round, and then you just put it on top of the fire, and it cooks your food. Or I mean, I got all different sizes and stuff, but I've got the normal cast iron as well. I just like the kind that's a little more kind of primitive look, to use and but the all the cast iron stuff. I do have some in my other mini cabin, but I have a lot in my bigger trailer that I have. But yeah, it's so nice. It's really cool to cook on, and how thin it is. It doesn't warp or anything, but it heats up really fast. You don't have to wait very long, and it's already cooking your food. So I love it. I'll show you. If you guys watch any of my lives this weekend, I'll show you one. I've got a lot of them. Yeah, yeah, they're really cool. You throw some butter on them or throw some oil on it, and it's already ready to cook like whatever you want to cook. And I've got some steaks for this weekend that I'll be throwing on there and cooking up. And I usually don't cook my steaks very long. I like them to be like medium rare or less. But I've got a few sweet, really sweet hot tents that I've got one in mind that I've got to go pick up. It's in my other trailer in the storage. So I'll probably go pick up that one tomorrow and use that one. It's just a little bit heavier. So I'm gonna be taking my quad with me when I go up to the top of the mountain. And then I'll be, just in my hot tent with my gear and my puppy and my pup. So be a little bit different tonight. Won't have the safety of the camper, the mini camper, but I'll still be packing. I pack every time I go out in the Ozarks, out in the woods, wherever I go, um, just for my safety and my pup's safety. But so it's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, definitely have him check out the channel and subscribe and do all that stuff that helps out the channel. That would be cool. I've actually got this guy. This guy was showing a stealth tent that I've got too. I've got the same one he's got. I was curious how to set it up. I haven't even set it up yet. I've got so much gear that hasn't even been opened up yet. So it gives. I like to do the type where I don't really look over the instructions as much. I like to see somebody have a review and I'll watch how they do it and memorize it, and then I'm good to go. Instead of sit there and read the instructions and try to follow the instructions when I'm trying to set up. A lot of times you don't have time to get out the instructions when you're setting up a tent, especially in a storm. So I usually watch on YouTube, watch a review, watch this guy that I watch that I'm subscribed to, and he has a lot of my tents that I have, so it's pretty cool. So, I wonder if this looks better. All right. Isn't your husband into YouTube? Does he watch YouTube? Has he seen my channel? Not really. He's not into YouTube, huh? He's not into watching like outdoor channels and outdoor like survival channels or anything like that. Off grid stuff. Or does he just work too much? Can't wait till the fall comes back around too. I got some sweet hot tents that I'm going to be setting up in the winter. And I'll probably have to set them up in the backyard first before I go set them up out there. But they're a wood burning stove hot tent, so it's gonna be cool setting them up for the first time. If he does, we watch Project Fear. He does like watching Survivor and stuff like that. You should tell him about my channel, or have you already done that? Should have him check it out. We're gonna be doing a lot of different kind of stuff like that. If I had more time on my hands, like that's why I'm trying to get monetized. But if I had more time on my hands, then I would do long adventure trips, survival trips, and do a lot of stuff like that. I just don't. I'm kind of relying on the weekends right now and my vacation time. But once I get monetized, then I'll be doing a lot more. I want to teach people how to like set up in the trees and set their camp up in the trees and stuff. So yeah, well, that's good. At least he's busy and right on. I thought I had a stone. Oh, you know what I do? I have my knife stones out in my truck. Everything's out in the truck or the trailer. It's just, oh well, I'll have to go out there and grab it. Oh, that's not fun. Yeah, that's not fun. I've done that for a long time. But we're both finally on days now, so it's a little bit easier. It's just my time. I start earlier and get off earlier, so it's kind of the same way. Friday night comes around and I'm already heading out to do my YouTube, create content for you guys, for everybody on my channel. Then I'll come back and spend a day at home, and if I have time to go back out, then I'll go back out. Otherwise, sometimes I'll stay out, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, and be back Sunday afternoon. Enough time to put the trailer away and clean the gear and head to bed. Sometimes she'll go with me though. But lately I've been doing a lot of solo camping. She's kind of scared of the woods, so. Yeah. Yeah, I have to like completely stop doing any content creating and just stay home for the weekend if I want to do that same thing. But I gotta build my channel, so gotta be out there doing that. It's important to me to get my channel built, and so I try to keep it busy and keep things going in, and that way I can get a better turnout on my subscribers and everything. And I spent the last few years not doing anything with my channel, and it didn't really go anywhere. So now that I put more time and effort into it, it's building a lot quicker, and that's what I want. I want to get it up there and then keep it going, keep it going. That way I can get monetized and maybe do this on my for a living. and then I'll be able to set my own schedule and get up to my favorite place, get up to Alaska, and then eventually Canada and British Columbia is my main goal. Get up there. And if I can do that, then I'll probably stay up there for a little bit in each place. But I got to get there. I got to get to that point. You know what I mean? And then definitely going to be bringing the mini cabin if I can afford to do that, because that way I can have all my gear with me when I go, because I got a lot of gear, and I want to bring a lot of it so I can do a lot of different stuff up there. But being out here in Missouri is just fine, and being in the states around also. But I will be heading to Kentucky for a week hike. It's like almost a week-long hike. Yeah, I would definitely love to try it out and see what's up there in Wisconsin. Definitely, if they've got some really cool, like old lakes and stuff that hold some monsters, that would be really cool. Like some great big huge northern or something. Do you know what kind of fish are up there? I'll have to look and check, but I know when you get up into those northern states, they've got a lot of muskie and northern and smallmouth and walleye and that kind of stuff. Minnesota is great too. Yeah, I used to live there in Minnesota. I did a lot of fishing in Minnesota. I loved it. I think the fishing in Minnesota was a lot better than here in Missouri. So, but I'd like to get up there. Also, get up into Michigan and fish the Great Lakes as well. I think that would be really cool. Campground in Minnesota is full of trout. That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. I know that the Great Lakes has some great big lake trout. That's what I'm thinking about. And huge lake trout. Minnesota, they've got some sweet fishing though. Sweet largemouth, smallmouth, bass. Oh, it's crazy in Minnesota. Oh, we fished a river. I don't even know how deep it was. It was on. Can't remember what the river was called. My brother might know what it. TJ might know what it was called. It's close to where his aunt lives out there in Minnesota. Duluth has a lot of trout and catfish. Yeah, I've been to Duluth. I like Duluth. But this river that we fished, I don't know how deep it was, but we were using like 10-inch shiners for our bait, and if you know what that is, like a 10-inch minnow, and they were just the walleye in there were just snapping our lines left and right with eating those great big old shiners, and I never did. I had one on and almost broke my pole, but it snapped the line, and man, I'd love to go back to that river and fish it again. Huge walleye. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. I like them great big old cats too. Those are fun to fish too. I caught a great big huge blue cat on my kayak in a great big old cove, and it drug me around for the longest time. Big old blue cat. Caught it off of a frog. And it was funny because I was just sitting there, and my frog was just sitting there. I was kind of taking a break I pulled up next to a dock, and then I looked over, and the exact time a big old mouth came up and swallowed the frog, and I was like, no way. So I waited for a minute because I knew it was a great big old blue cat, And then I set the hook, and that thing drug me around everywhere. Big old blue cat. And I couldn't even get him out of the water and put him on my lap to show the video. I just left him in the water and kind of looked at him and pulled him up a little bit. It was huge. Yeah, cheese. Yep. Yeah, it'll get you get your nerves going. I've got one of my kayaks set up with LED lights, blue lights, green lights, underwater lights, and then all the other navigational lights. But when I turn everything off except for the navigational lights, the red and the green, I'll usually just turn on my blue lights and then my underwater lights. It gets pretty freaky when you see the great big old fish underneath your kayak. And you're just like, man, I hope I don't catch one of these things and have them flip my kayak over and lose all my gear. So a lot of times I'll tie my gear in my kayak. So if it does go over, I can just kind of swim to the shore and collect all my gear. Or I just don't bring very much with me. That way I don't lose anything. Yeah, see, yeah, I used to always be scared of getting out on the water at night, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I'm gonna do a video with my kayak and show you guys. There might be a video. I don't. There's not a video of my new kayak with all the lights on. I don't think. I'll have to go back and look, but I do have a little blue kayak. I think it's 10-foot kayak that's set up similar, so you can look at that one. It's kind of like that, but it's so cool. And it's all custom. I even went and set up my canoe like that too, so I can take my canoe out, and that's a little bit easier. I won't have to worry about flipping that thing. Yeah, yeah, we went up to Canyon Lake a lot. That's an awesome lake. Yeah, Canyon Lake. I caught a big yellow, pure yellow, like almost a dark banana colored yellow catfish out of that lake. I think it was either spawning season or that was just the color the catfish was, but almost like the color of like this one right here, this color right there. Pretty cool. The whole thing was yellow. Got my hair tickling my face. Ugh. Do you remember when we went to Bushnell tanks and all the scorpions falling from the tree? Bushnell tanks. Who was I with Jeannie then? I had to have been with Jeannie then. I don't remember. I remember going. Was it in the desert? We had to drive down the wash to get down there, or was it on a gravel road, like a dirt road out there? Because I remember one time we were in the Jeep. We were in her Jeep and we went down a wash. Is that what you're talking about, or is it a different place? My memory's kind of foggy about that, but in the wash, yeah. See, I remember that. Yep. Did you ever go with me when we went to Canyon Lake? The backside, I can't remember that little town, that little old ghost western town that you go through to get to the backside of Canyon Lake. Um, and we found a great big old huge cavern and went hiking up into it. We didn't go into like the cave part, but we went into the great big old cavern. I just remembered the scorpions, and Jeannie and I ran straight to the Jeep. And that was it. We were we were out like a flashlight. Tortilla Flat. Yep. Is that place still around? Do you know? It probably gotta be. It's a tourist place. Tortilla Flat. I haven't been there since shit. I was I was 20 years old because I left there at 22, 23. Was I 23? I left Arizona at 23, I think, or 22, 23 maybe. No, it was 24. It is it it's a big huge tour spot. Yeah, cool place though. I'd probably get lost now that if I went there. 24. Yeah, I was 24. I remember because I came out here close to my 25th birthday. I came out to Utah. I hope I can find my little titanium wood burning stove. I can't remember where I placed it. It's got to be packed in my mini cabin or my bigger one. It was right after Matt and I got married. Okay. What about your oldest son? Yours and Matt's son. How's he doing? Where's he at tonight? Austin, I think it is. Yeah, Austin. Isn't he into YouTube? Is he married? How old is he getting to be now? Oh, he's a gamer? That's cool. That's cool. Definitely. I still play those old games. I'm not into the new games and stuff like that, but I'll pull out an old game from time to time. It's fun. Bring back old memories. It's all set up in my bigger camper though. I've just got little DVD players in my little mini cabin in case it's snowing out one night or it's raining like crazy. I can go inside there and watch a movie. Throw a DVD in and watch a cool movie. Not married yet. He will be 27 in August. Oh, cool. So he's an August baby. That's right. Does he know who I am? He probably don't remember enough because he was so little, such a little kid when I was around you guys then. Wonder why there's only 2 people. Where's everybody at tonight? That's what I'd like to know is where everybody's at. This is Thursday night. And none of my other subscribers are on. There's two people. Who else is in here? I have talked about you here and there, but he may not remember. Yeah. I think I still got a picture of him with you guys when he was a baby, when he was little. think you guys gave me a picture of him. 14 months old when Matt and I divorced. Okay. Is it just you and your son that's in here right now? Is he watching too? I wonder where everybody's at. I told him I'd be on at 4. It was only 4:30, I think, a little after 4:30 when I jumped on my live. I should have jumped on exactly 4, but I was sleeping. I was so tired. Yeah, I've got a picture of him though. I think it was just him. Didn't you just take a picture of just him at that age? I've got. Oh no, you know what? I think it is you and him. Is it Matt in it too though? I'm gonna have to look for that picture. It's in my photo album. I don't have it here with me though. Otherwise, I could tell you. Yeah. Yeah, I think you 3. Austin was only a few months old. Yep, I remember. I remember. Is anything plugged in right now? No, nothing's plugged in. Cool. Yeah, I can't wait to get out this weekend. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's so nice getting out there and not hearing anybody talking. It's not, now when I went to my last camp, there was always people around, whether they were driving by or down at the dock, but where I'm going, you can't hear anybody. It's much nicer, much quieter, much better. Much better place. But there also is a mountain lion. There's my, oh my gosh, I'm glad I found this. There is a mountain lion on my property that I'm kind of gonna be watching out for. Oh, I do have it plugged in over there. Well, I'm done with that movie, so I can plug it in over here. But I'm gonna be setting up some trail cams and trying to capture this mountain lion that lives on my property. And I hope I can find. I hope I can get him. I can capture him one day. That's gonna be pretty awesome to upload it to the channel, so everybody can see him. I'm curious to see how big he is too. I just sent a link to your channel to Austin. I just sent a link. They might have just now held that back. Hey Phoenix, how you doing? Thanks for joining my live stream. I was getting to wonder where everybody was at tonight. Good to see you in here. That is that Phoenix? That your husband? Says hi, babe. Right on. If it is, you should check out my channel there, Phoenix, and subscribe to my channel. No, I'm Austin. Austin, awesome. Hey, Austin, check out my channel. And I think you'll like some of the videos. I'm going to be doing a lot of cool stuff. Austin, this is Josh. I met Josh when I was dating your auntie, when he was dating. Yeah, I was dating Jeannie. He was friends with Matt. Yeah, I was friends with your mom and Matt and your grandma and grandpa because I went over there and hung out. It was so fun. Those times were so fun. We did a lot of stuff together. A lot of outdoor stuff. A lot of cool camping stuff. It was so fun. But yeah, check out my channel. Subscribe. And I know you like games and stuff. And every once in a while I'll pull out some video games and play. I haven't recorded them yet, but I'm gonna start uploading them to my channel. I don't have any of that new game stuff that everybody's got these days, and I'm not online, but I do have my GameCube still, and I've got a bunch of different types of game consoles. But every once in a while, I like to pull out that game box and play. It's pretty cool. Back when you were a little kid. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of fun times. I don't even think Jeannie knows that I have a channel. But it's all good. We all got different lives now, but it's always fun to say hi to everybody. Now I do a lot of hot tent camping and a lot of camping within my my mini cabin, my off-grid mini cabin that I have on my channel. I gutted my old trailer and turned it into a mini cabin, a mini adventure cabin that I go everywhere in and make videos out of. Pretty cool. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get into a lot of this bushcraft stuff and tarp camping, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Some people just don't like to be on social media. They don't like to get there to be on there and expose like their lives and all that kind of stuff. And I've got an old stepbrother that's like that. You never see him on anywhere. I mean, the only memories I have of him was when I was a kid. I don't even know what I kind of know what he looks like from his brothers on social media and his sisters on social media. So I get to see what he looks like through pictures. But it would be really cool to see him every once in a while. I probably should change my Bluetooth. But my Bluetooth hasn't changed anything. It's a good Bluetooth. Is she still married to that guy? That guy she met a long time ago? I can't remember his name. Is that who she had kids with and ended up marrying or whatever? Can't remember his name. That was too many years ago. I think if I sat there and thought about it for a while, I'd probably remember. He must have jumped off. Yeah, that's how I was with Facebook, and then I found YouTube, and now I just love YouTube. I can't stay away from YouTube. I've got a lot of freedom on YouTube that you don't have anywhere else. A lot of stuff I can do my own thing. Just have to uh, obey the guidelines and stuff like that, but never got married, and they are not together anymore. Excuse me. Fred, yeah. Yeah, Fred. They're not together anymore, huh? Did she just stay single or something? I wonder where everybody is tonight. Little disappointed. Thank you. Is my life slow? Is it lagging? I'm just curious. Oh, yeah. That's weird. But I always figured something like that. Just how she was and everything. I almost melted my last ones. Did you see the video where I used this as a cover for one of my fires that I had in my wood burning stove, one of my wood stoves? It kind of like warped it like crazy. That fire was so hot. But I didn't want it to go up too high and burn my awning, so I threw one of these on. This is my backstop for my cooking stove to keep the wind from blowing out the fire when I cook. She is still at Boeing. I'm surprised. Well, I'm surprised they're still around. Boeing. She is still at Boeing, if you can believe it. Do you remember my friend Robert? Robert Stump? Robert Springer the second. I think it was Springer. Yeah, Robert Springer. He called him Robert Stump, and I think he took his grandfather's last name, which was Springer, and then he just added the second. But do you remember Robert? He was my fishing friend a long time ago. I think he got a job there at Boeing. Okay, good. But yeah, he completely stopped talking to me too, and I don't know why. He was weird. Because we were good friends for the longest time. We hung out, went everywhere fishing together. And then one day he just stops talking, stops responding. And I don't know. It was weird. I noticed a lot of people are like that. They just drop off the face of the earth and don't want to talk to you anymore. For no reason. Just kind of just how they are. But every once in a while, I'll look up my old friends and see how they're doing, see how their lives are going, and I guess not everybody's like that. Oh, gee whiz, that comes out now. Screw your whole thing up. You take it out. That's good to know. I remember him. He was the weird one for sure. Yes, he was. He was definitely weird. But we had a lot of good fishing trips that we went on. We went down to Bear Lake one time. I don't know if you ever been to Bear Lake, but it's like up there kind of above Prescott in Flagstaff, I think it was. Bear Lake. Way out in the middle of nowhere. We drove all the way out there just to go fishing from Phoenix, from Mesa. It took us forever, like 3.5 hours to get there. And we both drove separate trucks. Instead of just, going one truck and head out there. He had to be in his own truck, and I was like, let's just take my truck. And he said, no, I want to take my truck too. I'm like, you want to burn the gas? All right. Otherwise, you can always just save the miles and just hop in my truck. We'll go together, Nope. He had to have his own truck. Yeah, he was definitely weird, but we made good friends. Him and I were good friends. That's all we did is go fishing together. We worked together, and then we went fishing together. And then he started working at McDonnell Douglas, and I think I found him on Facebook or whatever after I moved away, and he never did respond. He went on his own way. After years of being friends, kind of weird. Yeah. Long time ago. Gee whiz. Oh my gosh, that was 21. 22, something like that. 21? I can't remember now. 20 maybe. No, I had to have been older than 20. I had to be... Well, maybe I was only 20. Because it was before I got my Nova. I had that at 22, 23. But... yeah, all the time. Yeah. Saturday night, I think it was. Friday night or Saturday night. I remember we used to go to, I don't know if you ever went with me, but we used to take my Nova out to a Firebird Raceway and race it down the strip. But yeah, I remember the dumb thing about that was they would always either shoot a gun off or the police would come, and then we all have to just run away and not get in trouble by the police. Which I don't know why we ran away. We weren't doing anything wrong. If anything, they would go after the ones who were racing. But yeah, I remember doing that. We did a lot of stuff to kind of, have something to do is all it was, I think. I remember the Nova. Matt had the RX-7. Yeah. Yeah. I traded that RX-7 for his Pontiac Firebird. 1969 Pontiac Firebird. Yeah, he loved that little RX-7. I left the system in it for him. And then he pulls out from a side street and he says his foot slipped off the clutch, and he went out in the middle of the road, and somebody hit the whole front end of it, T-boned him. And so it got totaled. Sweet car, too. It was root beer brown. Really pretty root beer brown. Yeah? Yeah, I used to take my Nova all the time. I wish I wouldn't have done that though, because I did a lot of damage to that motor after running it up and down the strip so many times. I should have just kept it as a show car and kept it to this day instead of gotten rid of it. But Yeah, we can thank my ex for that. She ruined everything. Yeah, terrible, terrible, terrible situation. That's the only reason why I got rid of that car. Otherwise, I would have never gotten rid of that Nova. I'd have kept it to the day I passed on. Hello, hello, Lucy. Hello. Hey, how you doing? You're back. No, that's it. That's the same person. Never mind. Oh, let me tell you about that. That accident was on my credit for years. Really? Did he have the RX-7 on your insurance then? Thanks for hitting the live or the support, hitting that thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All because we were. Yeah, I was upset that he crashed my car, but at the same time, it was his at that time, and so I said, "Well, you're gonna be walking now. You don't have a car." Remember when I sold him my Pontiac, my GTO Le Mans? I mean, that was a bad situation. Should have never done that either. He didn't want to pay me for that. He never wanted to take care of his responsibilities. He not on insurance. He wasn't on your insurance. He had no insurance on that car. I thought back then it wasn't a requirement. I don't think that you had to have it. It just you got screwed over if you didn't have insurance. I mean, your insurance went through the roof if you didn't have insurance on your vehicle. I can't remember if it was the law back then or not. I don't think it was because nobody got pulled over for not having insurance on their car like they do nowadays. He never put that on my insurance, but they came after me for payment since he had no car insurance. I don't get it. Only because you were married, you said? Yeah. But why would they come after you? That don't make a lot of sense. They're going after the wrong person if that's the case. Huh. Yeah, he was too big for that car anyways. That car is such a little tiny car. I don't think his foot would have slipped off the clutch if he was in the Pontiac. And I told him, I said, "Are you sure you want this car? It's such a compact car. It's such a tight little car, you know. It did have wide seats in it. It had CRX seats in it. I remember it had different seats in it, but than the originals. But so and they were a little bit wider. Oh, He should have. I don't know what it did to the whole car, but he should have kept the car and just gutted it. Did he? Do you know if he ever kept everything out of that car, or did he just lose the whole thing? I never knew what he did with it at the end. All I know is he was out. He was out of a car, and then I took that Pontiac and traded it for that Nova. And that was the best trade I ever done in my life. Oh yeah, it was a fast little RX-7. That was a really cool car. I put a cool system in that car, and I mean that was a really cool car. I actually still have pictures of that car. It reminded me of like an old race car. It was fast, huh? A little rotary engine in it. I remember that thing would do a burnout first, second, third into fourth. He lost the whole thing. Well, we weren't very smart back then, I guess. You can blame it on that. We were just kids. He should have kept a lot of it. That Nova was badass. Yeah, Nova was. I miss that car every day. That was a nice car. Finally got my dream car, and then I ended up getting rid of it. Yeah, I have pictures of all my cars. Yeah, I'll have to go through my boxes and find all my pictures, and then I could upload them. Yeah, that little RX-7 was really cool. The Nova was best. It was the best car. You know, it was weird. After I sold that Pontiac Firebird to the guy for the Nova, that guy lost the. He traded that '69 Firebird in for a nasty Dodge Ram Power Wagon, a big old red truck. Like somebody spray painted that whole thing red, even the bumpers, and it was just the ugliest truck. And then he wanted to come back and steal my Nova when I was sleeping. He wanted to steal the car back because I guess he kept a set of keys. So I went back to my job at Burge Ford and put an alarm on it so and then I slept in the car for a couple weeks straight. And then saw him at a parking lot, or I saw him in the parking lot of Dillard's. I think it was Dillard's or Macy's back in Mesa, and I walked over to him and I told him, I said, I heard you were gonna try to steal the car back, and his name was Clancy. And I told him, you ever come near that car, you're gonna get hurt. You know, I wouldn't even mess around with that car. And I said, besides, I've already called the cops and let them know. And he's like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I'll see you later. And he took off into the mall. Yeah, I heard that through a friend that he was down there trying to mess with my car, and then he took off. So I went down there. I called him up, and he wouldn't answer my phone. So I called his friend that he knew that I met him through. We were all friends. All three of us were friends together. And so I called his friend up and my other friend, and I said, you need to call him and tell him to knock his crap off. He needs to go get his own vehicle and stop trying to come back and steal the Nova back, because it's in my name and I own it. I paid it off at that time, and so it was mine. And so I never saw him again though. I ended up moving from that apartment and moved somewhere else, so I never had to deal with it again. But yeah, crazy stuff. And then Matt one time, he wanted the remote to the Nova. He wanted to steal it from the guy I sold it to in the end. And I said, no, don't go do that. You're gonna get yourself in trouble. I think Matt's crazy enough that he would have done that. I told him, leave it alone, dude. Leave it alone. I already sold it. And I live in Utah now. And he's like, no, I'm going to go steal that Nova. You should have never got rid of that Nova. And I'm just like, let it go. Let it go, man. And then he shows up in Utah and is in the Mustang. Yep, crazy times, crazy stuff. But yeah, he's I guess he's not in Chicago anymore. Um, what did he do? Move back to Texas or something like that? Do you remember Steve Mefford? I was living with Steve Mefford. He was renting me a room in Apache Junction. Steve Mefford's, we're friends still on Facebook. He's a subscriber to my channel. He watches me all the time. I hopefully one of these days he'll jump on my live stream. Yeah, in the state prison. He was always in and out of prison. I was his only friend that kept him from doing shit to get himself put into prison. And then when I stopped hanging around him, he started going back to prison. I would talk him out of doing crap so that he wouldn't go to prison. I would always give just chill out, hang out, let's go play pool, let's go do this, let's go do that. Yeah, he lives in Texas. I was like, let's just go do this, go do that. You know yeah, Steve Mefford, he's an awesome guy. He's doing really well too for himself. Has his own printing business and stuff. So him and his wife are doing really good. I haven't talked to him for a while, but all I gotta do is get on Facebook and send him a message, and he'll respond. But Matt, his wife that he's married to now, I think her dad's a sheriff. So that's crazy. All that jail time that he did, all that trouble he did. 17 months. Is it for hit and run accident that he got into and he took off? Or was it the theft? I mean, it's all right if he goes back and watches my live. I don't hide anything. I keep things real. He doesn't check out my lives too much anyways, I don't think. He's never dropped that anyway, never said anything to me. Oh. I didn't know he was into that kind of stuff. We never did that kind of stuff together. Hey, how you doing, Isabella? Hey, thanks for joining my live stream. Hit that like button when you come in. It really does help out. How you doing tonight? Yeah, we never did that stuff when we hung out. I don't even think we smoked weed when we hung out. I think Matt might have. Where are you watching from, Isabella? Really got to go to bed. It's almost 1 a.m. All right. Yeah, you have a good night. You're a subscriber, right? Yeah, check me out again. UK, that's right. Yep. Yeah, I don't care either. Nothing we can. Yeah, right on. Hey, join my live stream this weekend. I'm gonna be out in the Ozarks again, but in a different place. So look me up. Good to see you again. Yeah, I always kept him from doing crap like that, and then he would tell me, "Oh, I got into a hit and run and I ran," and I'm like, "Why'd you do that? Why didn't you just talk to the cop?" And because he was all blaming it on her, on the other driver. Oh, she hit me, and I'm like, "Well, if she hit you, then why'd you run? You must have hit her." I don't remember that. I just remember going over to his dad's house and seeing when he was going to be home with my car, with my old Pontiac Le Mans. I wanted it back because he wasn't paying for it. Remember that? He wouldn't pay me a dime. Oh, I'll give you money when I got money. Got to have a job first. And I felt bad for him. I wanted him to have a car so that he could go get a job and then he could pay me for the car. It was hell getting that car back too. I had to have his dad help me get the car back. Talk him into give me the car. Then he comes outside and I'm like, "What's going on, Matt? Why are you dodging me, dude?" And he throws the keys at me, hits me with the keys, and I get in the car and take it back home. I said, "All you had to do is pay for the car, dude. I gave it. It was like 3 months, I think, free payments, no payments at all. Pretty bad, man. Could have just went down, get a job at the gas station down the road or whatever, and pay me a little here and a little there, get the car paid off, and no more worries. Easy stuff." But he just didn't want to pay for it. He wanted me to just give it to him, I think. Yeah, I don't remember doing that though. I don't remember telling him to do that. No, I remember I had the PA speaker. I remember I had that CB radio and stuff, so I always had a PA speaker on my radio. Oh no. I didn't know about that. I didn't know about any of that. So he ran from the cops with me and the Mustang. So what were you doing? Freaking out? What did the cops say to you? Did they put you in handcuffs and or they just back then the cops were a lot cooler, I think. Now they don't take any shit from nobody. Both everybody's getting arrested or everybody's getting detained or and handcuffed until they can figure out who everybody is. Which I think is a lot smarter nowadays. A lot. It's probably pretty much the same, but it's gotten to where people are crazy now. What's the funniest thing? When he ran to your house, he got the credit cards. Yeah, I don't remember any credit cards. He kept all that stuff from me. He never told me about the shit that he would do to get in trouble. So he would get credit cards put in his dad's name and then use them. Obviously, never pay for them. So that was like hurting his dad's credit. Poor guy. Some people never grow out of it either. They just stay that way their whole life. I don't remember. I don't remember telling him to put the drugs down. I don't remember that part. Seriously. It's too many years, I think, has gone by. Too many years. Because I don't remember what drugs he did. I don't remember what drugs he did. We just chain smoked and he dipped all the time. I I seriously don't remember him doing drugs. What do you do? Crystal meth or something? Was that his drug of choice? Well, I got my live going. So you'll have to hold up. I got my live going for a little bit longer. I gotta get as much time as I can. He never watches my lives anyways. And I don't care if he does. I was always the friend that kept him out of prison. Kept him out of jail. Talked him out of doing stupid things. Tried to be his best friend. And what did he do? He went into my glove box and stole all my laundry room, my laundry coins, my quarters, my rolls of quarters. And I was still his friend. I didn't care. That's a good idea. I'm going to do that. Yeah, because the water will... Okay, I got that in my brain. That is a dang good idea. See, watching these guys that I subscribe to, I always learn something from these guys. Right? People hate it when you talk about them, though, behind their back. At least you would have a record of what we were talking about now instead of making up shit. You said this, you said that. No, I'd be like, no, let's go back and watch it. Let's go back and watch what we were really talking about. Yeah, I had $10 rolls of quarters in my glove box for my laundry. That's what I was, how I'd wash my clothes. And I get to the laundromat after I dropped him off. I went and did something, but I remember going to the laundromat, open up my glove box, no quarters, nowhere. He was sitting in the passenger side. He was the only one in the car. I never had anybody else in my Toyota, just him. And so I called him up and said, hey, Matt, I want my quarters back. I know you probably borrowed them, but I need to have them back so I can do my laundry. He never would admit it. Never would admit it. Simple as the quarters. He must have been so embarrassed that he got caught that he couldn't admit that, yeah, sorry, Josh, BFF, best friend. I took your quarters. I needed smokes. I would have said, okay, but you owe me quarters, man. That's how cool a friend I was to him. I would have just told him, I'll take a rain check. You give me that. You give me those quarters back one day. He probably still wouldn't admit it to this day. It's fine. He's the kind of guy you couldn't leave anything in front of him and leave the room. You couldn't leave your pack of smokes on the table. You couldn't leave a roll of quarters. I mean, you could never leave your wallet sitting there. It probably wouldn't have even been safe to leave your car keys in front of him. But still, I stayed friends with him. I tried, and I was good to him just recently, a few years back. He got a hold of me. It's been a few years now because it was right after I purchased some land out here in Missouri. Him and his girlfriend, well, his wife, were having problems, and then I guess he cheated on her, and she found out. So she contacted me to find out if I knew where he was, and then he did something. She kicked him out, or he left. He left for a while, and then sucks. And then she contacted me to find him, and then he somehow goes back to her, sweet talks her, takes, and then moves back in with her, and is like pissed off at me for talking to his girlfriend. I'm like, dude, she called, or yeah, she called me. She texted me. It was text me, I think. She texted me looking for you. He's like, you're trying to move in on my girlfriend. I said, are you kidding me? So he stopped talking to me. He hasn't talking to me like normal since then. And I'm like, dude, get over it, man. You're weird, dude. Drugs have gotten to your head. She was looking for him. And I said, he never contacted me. I don't know where he's at. And I was trying to tell him, you should. They were wanting to get some property and go live in a trailer like I was doing. I had my land, had a trailer all set up when I went out there. That's all we talked about. He was jealous. He stopped talking to me. And then he pops up out of nowhere. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man? It's been so long. I'm like, whatever, dude. Yeah. Wow. And he also stole your rent money. You gotta have no care in your heart to steal people's money, to take their car, and then turn around and want to hang back out with that person. That is psycho. That is psycho. A lot of people do it though. A lot of people don't give a shit about people. They just use people. I never was that kind of person. I always had my own. Made my own way. Never took advantage of people like that. But there's reasons why we're not friends with our old friends sometimes. There's good reasons for it. It's all good. It's all good. We're not missing out. There's so many better people out there to be friends with than those kind of people. Those people will never change. They'll always take advantage of you all the way to the grave. What's that? I told him you and I was really good friends. Yeah, he was always jealous. He's always a jealous person. He's jealous about everything. I'm like, come on, man. Knock it off. He's still that way, though. He's still that type of person still. He could make a good friend for somebody, but he has to get rid of all the bad habits, all the old habits that he used to do. He still does to this day. A lot of messages being held back for a review. I wonder who's popping in and dropping messages like that. A lot of weird people out there. Ouch. That had to have been hard. Had to have been difficult to go through that kind of stuff. I bet your parents hated him and didn't want you anywhere near him, huh? I can just imagine your parents probably wanted you to have nothing to do with that guy. And you probably were just like, no, I want to still be there with him. Trying to change him. Thinking you could change somebody that had really bad problems. How is how is Austin? He knows about those kinds of things, right? Like what his dad used to do and stuff. Yeah, there's probably reasons why it didn't work out. You were saying that it didn't work out between him and Matt. It's probably for the best. You don't want someone like Matt teaching your kids anything like what they did in life, or you know. Oh, I forgot to put the case on that. Yep. Hate is beyond the words they had for him. Yeah. And you probably didn't have to say anything. They probably just see what kind of stuff he's doing. That was enough probably to open the kids' eyes. They don't want nothing to do with the person like that. They want someone who they can look up to. Someone who will take them and teach them stuff in life. Teach them how to camp and fish and hunt and be men. They don't want the exact opposite. Don't teach them anything but how to steal and how to use people and take advantage of everybody that you're around. That's good. That's good. Yep. I can't tell if my Bluetooth is on now or not. It didn't make a noise. Yeah, it's probably on. Oh man, my phone is so hot. Gee whiz, doing live streams really does heat up this phone. That's good. That's awesome. Yeah, major thumbs up to your husband, to Brandon. That's awesome. Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, that's probably a good thing that he did that. He can find his own way and put everything else behind him. Fred, funny thing is, Brandon grew up two houses away from Fred. Freddie? Reconnected. My phone's gone 2 hours and 7 minutes now. I'm gonna have to probably get off here pretty soon, and I was promising myself to go to bed a little bit earlier because since I gotta get ready tomorrow and for my next outdoors trip. Ha! Yeah, that was crazy times, crazy times. That's who I figured you were talking about. So many years ago, too. It was so many years ago. But you see, they didn't stay together either. Karma's a bitch. But it's all good. But karma is definitely real. Nothing to mess with. Nothing to mess around with, right? Some of us learn, some of us don't. I was just surprised I haven't seen any of my other subscribers on tonight. They were at first, but a lot of them jumped off and went somewhere else. That's crazy. I usually have more people hanging out. Tonight was kind of different, so I'll have to figure out what's going on with everybody. Who's that? Yeah, I think everybody does. I think everybody's got somebody that, something that messes around with their life and they've got their own stuff that they deal with. And yep, I don't think any of us are off the hook when it comes to that kind of stuff. What did you say you're gonna do this weekend? You guys, you and Brandon gonna go somewhere this weekend? Something with the family? No, you did. They just did. They just didn't want to be on live tonight, evidently, or they've got other ones they're watching, other live streams. But it's weird anymore to get on live stream and see all the people out there. What kind of people are out there? It's crazy. A lot of crazy stuff going on. Yeah, I don't know where they're at. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if that's right. You're gonna go to a water park. What do they have out there in Wisconsin? Wisconsin. What do they have out there? What kind of water park? Oh, that is a sweet hot tent. That is definitely cool. I've got the same one. There are crazies out there. Are. It's like, where's all the people we grew up with? Aren't there any other YouTubers out there that we grew up with that were in high school with us? It's like you never see the people you used to know, except for wow, you and I. But it's like I'm always trying to see if I have other friends that are doing the same kind of stuff. It's like everybody went different routes, and they're like I don't know. I don't see anybody that it's crazy. Oh, that's cool. We have some cool stuff out here. I can't remember what they're called. Uh, I just remember the commercials. The lady in the commercials has an Australian accent. She's like water park, but I can't remember the name of it now. Yeah, normal for our time, right? We stayed normal. We stayed good. We didn't get all whacked out like a lot of people got. They all went crazy. A lot of them went crazy, or they just dropped off the face of the earth. And you don't hear from them anymore. Don't know where they're at. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, if you have time this weekend though, uh, try to show Brandon my live stream if you guys have time. If not, that's okay. You guys can always come back on a little bit later on. Yeah. Yep, right on. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'll go ahead and close out this live since everybody else is not wanting to come on. Anyways, I gotta call it and hit the hay and be ready for tomorrow so that I can get home and get my stuff together. So yeah, you have a great night too, and we'll talk to you later on. Say hi to everybody for me. Yeah, I'll try to do a live tomorrow after I get all set up and stuff. So that'll be cool. Good talk to you again. I would say good seeing you again, but you can only see me. So maybe in the future they'll have a split window where you can see everybody. You know, you can push a button and see who you're talking to. But yeah, you have a great night too, and we'll talk to you later. Wouldn't that be awesome? That would be cool. I would definitely want to see everybody I'm talking to. I don't think everybody would agree with that though, you know. But yeah, you have a great night. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream, and we'll try to pick it back up tomorrow and see who else is on. See if my other subs are on. Yeah, the normal people, they don't mind. We don't mind. Yep. Yep. But yeah, you have a great night, and we'll see you back tomorrow. Hopefully, my live. If you don't see me, I'll probably be back on Sunday when I'm back home. Probably do a live stream then if I don't go on. But I'm gonna try to go on, so should have a better signal where I'm going. So we'll see. But yeah, you have a great night. All right, I'm gonna end this live stream. Remember, guys. Check out my channel and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification so you guys don't miss any of my upcoming adventure videos. Also, you can go back and check out my live streams every night. They're uploaded to my channel. And drop me comments so I can get to know each and every one of you guys and gals. And you guys remember to stay safe out there, and we'll see you in my next live. Also, keep watching the videos and all the support you guys show. I do appreciate it. And remember to leave me comments and always hit that like button, and that way I can help grow my channel. All right, we'll see you guys later. We'll catch you on the next live. See ya.